All right, what is going on, everybody? My name is Trevor Johnson. I'm here with the second episode of GroundWork for the Foundation League. My guest today, already some accolades early in Cold War, top four in the kickoff tournament that we held, and top four in the Aegean Invitational. Doe, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Just chilling. Pretty cold outside, so
Yes, sir.
getting inside, making sure we're staying warm. So, how do you feel about Cold War so far?
I like the game. It's a little bit different playing respawn without a smoke now, with the smoke being GA'd, but it's just a grind.
Okay, okay. Now, specifically, before we get to the team breakdown and everything like that, what do you think about the guns and like how much it's changed already this season? Like we see the FAMAS. I mean, that everyone's basically running three, and then now you can't use the gun. So how has that change been for you? Like, how has your team handled it?
Well, we started the year with running 3 for Mosses, and then, so the team is myself, Jamal, Rami, and Dazzle. We started off the year running 3 FAMASes and giving Dazzle the sub, and after the FAMAS got nerfed, we kinda had to step that aside and started running the AK-47 and the Krig, and then I was flexing, and we were playing fine, but our pacing was an issue. We just didn't feel comfortable on the map, so I switched to the sub, and now Dazzle's running the AK-47, and Rami and Jamal running the Krig, and I got the sub back in my hands. So I feel like our pacing and everything has been a lot better over the past couple days. And then with the GA with the smoke, it's been interesting because the respawn just plays completely different now. You actually have to have really good teamwork and knowing how to break hills, how you want to hold hills with the crossfires, because you can't just throw a smoke and run through it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's definitely kind of weird without the smokes, those being Jade. Hopefully they get patched and so that people are able to use them again. But you mentioned that you run the sub. So there are a couple viable subs so far in this game. Without revealing too much of your secrets, what sub have you been using? Like what's your go-to?
74U, 100%. I sometimes run the MP5 off break of certain maps just for those close quarter gunfights, but 9 times out of 10, you'll see me with the 74U in the hands. I just feel like the gun's very versatile. You can beam at long range, short range, medium range, and with the headshot multiplier in the game right now, it's like a 3-shot headshot kill, so it's not a problem killing the ARs as of right now without the smoke, and the recoil is pretty good on it, so I've just been kinda running around doing my thing with the 74U.
Yeah, see, I think it's pretty cool that we get to see some variation in guns. I mean, you look back to last year, like it's the same gun, everyone's
Right.
using it. And we actually get to see something a little bit different, and each player can kind of have their own personality a little more with these guns. So you've talked about your team a little bit. How long have you guys been teaming?
Well, we started teaming about 1 week before Cold War release. We kinda got everyone on the same page. Started playing some throwbacks, just kind of vibing together, getting the team chem up, and then once on release, we've been a set team since Cold War's been released. Ramey's coming back. He didn't play any in MW. He had some personal stuff going on, and he didn't like the game, so he took that year off. Pretty much the same thing with Jamal. Jamal didn't really play MW at all. And then I only played MW for the first event and went to Minnesota and basically chalked the year after that because the game was just not enjoyable. And then we have Dazzle who just turned 18, so he didn't really play MW much, and he has 0 pro points in MW. So we're coming in with not a lot of pro points as the underdog. So for this first cup on Saturday, we're really gonna have to come crazy.
Yeah, and all that as long as you guys are getting that chemistry down, I mean, yeah, you can form a team and in 3 days click and be the best team you've ever had in your life. So as long as you're grinding out, you're grinding together, you're all there, and that's all that really matters. So, speaking specifically to the Foundation League, what are your guys' kind of expectations for this season? Like, what do you want to accomplish before the season's over?
Win, win everything as realistic as it is. Obviously, these big tournaments, the cups, we're playing for placements. We're not at the point to win a big cup yet, like the 2K, but these foundation leagues, I think we can definitely hold our own in a lot of these matches. We're really strong in search and destroy. Our hard point's only getting better, and I don't see us losing a control. So I think right now, we're in a pretty good spot. We just got to keep grinding and not get complacent, and I think we have a lot of success coming our way.
Definitely love to hear that. Love to hear the confidence there too. First word out of your mouth was win. You absolutely love to see it. I do a little bit of casting. We do love to see that from the players as we're heading into some of these matches. So just to talk just a little bit more about Cold War and stuff. What are your top 3 maps for this game? And like you can say mode specific too. It doesn't have to be overall map. So, well, yeah. How about we do this? Give me your favorite map for each mode.
Favorite hardpoint map? Probably Moscow. I just feel like it plays as much as a traditional Call of Duty map compared to the rest. The other ones can be a little chaotic and fluky with spawns. Moscow's pretty disciplined. Search and Destroy. I'd probably have to go with Checkmate. I like getting in the plane with my 74U and just wreaking havoc and just getting aggressive in plane, piecing up the enemy. And then in Control, I'm probably going to say Moscow again. I feel like Moscow, as hard as offense can be, I feel like if you have some good team chemistry, even without the smoke, you can definitely win a few offenses on Moscow if you know what you're doing on the map. And then defenses, you just kind of slay out and try to get those kills up. So if it goes 2-2, then you have defense for the last round.
I definitely agree with you on the Moscow thing. It's probably my overall favorite map, just with how it plays throughout all of the modes. Honestly, it's one that is more well rounded than some of the other maps on the game. So you talked a little bit about control and how a lot of it is a lot of it's defensive heavy. And a lot of people have been talking about control on Twitter and stuff like that, as I'm sure you've seen. But what do you think there are any changes that need to be made to control for the rest of the season to make it
Yeah.
play a little bit
Um,
better?
Yeah, the main thing I think that needs changes control are the points. I think the points need to be a little bit bigger on the map, and then if you only have one person or two people in it, I think the point needs to go up a little bit quicker. I think it's 45 seconds, something around there. If you only have one person in the point, and that's a long time to sit in the point, basically looking at a wall. So I think the points need a little bit bigger, and I think the points need to be capped a little bit faster. And I think offensive control would play a little bit better, and you'd start seeing a lot more offensive wins.
Do you think the lives should be reduced at all? I know if you think back to BO4, a lot of the really close and tight matches came down to who had the most lives left, and I haven't really seen that as much so far. Maybe that's just because people haven't figured out how to play the maps all the way yet. We still are really early in the game. But could you see like lives being reduced at all, especially being 4v4?
I could see that potentially working, maybe putting it down to like 25 instead of 29, 30 starting off. But honestly, I just feel like if you make the points a little bit bigger and make the cap time a little bit faster, I think that would solve a lot of the problems that you're not seeing, or that, excuse me, that you are seeing in control with it being defensive heavy.
Okay, so I'm not sure how like if you know like all the teams that are in the Foundation League and stuff, but what like say you get to those finals in our tournaments that we have, like what's the one team that you have your eye on for the season that you definitely want to beat in the Foundation League?
Um, Give me some teams that are in the Foundation League. Give me a couple.
Uh,
So honestly, we're the best. So I'm not worried.
no teams at all. Okay, so you're the team to beat. You made the statement. You're the first to say it. You are the team to beat this season.
Yeah,
You love to hear it. Well, Doe, I think that's about all I have for you. I just want to thank you for your time and good luck for the rest of Cold War.
appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity.